Good afternoon, traders. This is Trader Rod VPT Live. Let's start with our disclaimer. Got to be real quick here because I broke a tooth. Can you see it? Gotta go to the dentist. This broadcast is for entertainment purposes only. Excuse me, entertainment. I hope it's entertaining. It's educational. Educational purposes only. Trading involves risks, and specifically the trading of options, forex, futures, and equity derivatives, which is what I talk about and trade here, is not suitable for all investors. Please go to VPT Live/notices for more information about our terms, conditions, and further information about our disclaimers. Okay, cool. I'm going to talk a little quickly because, wow, the volatility continues, and I've been looking for a reversal day and traded it kind of like a donkey. So let's take a look at just what happened here. So VPTers, people that trade along with us in the VPT live trade room, ended up a little stronger than where we closed the room today. I think we were up about 500 there. So nice gains in the S&P, a little bit in the Dow Jones, most of it in the NASDAQ, and then about 12 bucks in crude oil. But this account here, to the pain, and let me just touch on a few things. So I was very, very patient until the end of the day where I wanted to try to trade the closing range, and I convinced myself to take a couple signals right here. This is a first short. I was just looking left at this consolidation period here and expecting it to hold. I guess that's kind of a valid time between tests, but this is not a setup. It's not a signal. Not something to take. Shorted a little bit more. These were each 3 lots, so I had a 6 lot on at that time. We were actually almost even in this account right up until this period right here, and I didn't do much trading. Up here, that's the S&P loss, and then I took the same trades in the Dow. So the lesson learned is don't invent something, even though we were up about 125% ATR, and yes, had that sense that we were just going to come up and put in a lower high. That sense. What does that mean? There's no sense. This was nonsense. Bad trade. Poor trade. Even if it had worked out, it was a poor trade, and I got stopped right there and stopped right there. And now you can see, as I'm making this video, it's about 1:45 Pacific Standard Time, so we're right in the extended period before they'll close them up for an hour and then reopen. So we put in a low today on the S&P of 1889. And then came all the way up, and we're trading now 1933s, as you can see there. So 1144, so at 44 points, and our ATR is 32. So that's expansive. That is more than 125% of the expected daily range. So volatility is still here. Everything went well until this sort of nonsense right here at the end of the day. All right, so wanted to capture that, but for VPTers, solid day in the room. Let's end on a positive note there. Okay. Now, over on our options portfolio, we had a great exit today. Great, but just the fact it worked out great in the sense that right on the open, anyone still holding the 98 QQQ puts, we basically were selling those for $1.80, and we scratched them. So that was sort of it was a break-even trade on the whole thing because we were definitely in early, and those were down to like the 20 delta. However, what I did do, as you can see up here, bid and ask 150. Started a small position in the 100s. So the 100s, and the average price on those is 165. So right as we were starting to make these new highs in the NASDAQ today. NASDAQ, by the way, the NASDAQ futures are up at like 42.15. Can you believe that? We were more than 100 points lower earlier. So we're in on that, and then we also got a little Bank of America. BAC, 12 calls for March. And our average price today was 40, and they closed at 53. I actually sold 3 of them at one point today. I don't know where, somewhere in here. Anyway. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Again, decent day in the VPT room, but really bad close, broke rules, took trades that don't really exist. For those Brickwick traders, as much as it's, I do add, this is OZ3, we have dynamic support and resistance levels, but man, I should do some more back testing on never, ever selling. This is yellow, so you can make it green or whatever bullish. Just don't sell a bullish candle, and don't buy a bearish candle. Just wait for the Brickwick reversals. So right here, stops above here. You make a little money on this short, even if you waited all this time. Stops above the swing candle, you make money there. Then you can either get stopped out here, and then here's a nice long, and there is no short setup until 1929.75. Okay, off to the dentist for me. Trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next broadcast. Thanks.